Earlier this week, I gave one of my music production students a challenge. Build a synthwave style song with a chill yet uplifting melody. And here's what he sent me. I picked this style song for this student's challenge because he is newer at music production and is trying to improve his chord and melody game. And with a simple genre like synthwave, it'd be very easy to expose little holes in his chord and melody writing. And that it did. So what I'm going to do is go into this project and fix his chords and melody up. I'm going to show you little techniques that you can use to fix up any melody so that it can reach its maximum potential. You're going to see with these little fixes just how dramatically it improves this piece of music. Let's go ahead and get into this. Alright, the first thing I want to look at is the melody itself. We have kind of a two-stage melody here, and alone it sounds like this. I love the 80s vibe, perfect sound choice for this style of music. The only problem with this melody is that it can only be as cool as the bass line and the chords make it. This is because when chords, melody, and bass play together, they create harmony. And harmony is where all the magic and emotion comes from. Let's bring in the bass real quick. The issue with this bass is that it's too busy. It's just jumping around too much. The notes that actually matter here and are creating the harmony are this A, this F, this C, and this D. So what I want to do is build a more consistent bass line around those notes. Also, there's a lot of these spaces and inconsistencies in note length. With bass, it's all about consistency. You'll shoot more emotions through the melody if you could get your bass to be as consistent and as smooth as possible. Look at these high velocity notes here. I'm just going to pull these down. Going to get rid of those and just take these already treated notes. So I know he chose these notes, but I'm going to be selfish for a second and move these down here. I think we'll get a more uplifting vibe. Yeah. Oh, I love this. I could do this all day. So now that we have our bass line built around the focus notes, what we can do is we can add a couple passing notes. We don't want to go crazy here. We just want to add some accent to it. Like that. Nothing crazy, but it does its job. Let's move back to this melody, which is also a little busy. Remember, I requested a chill and uplifting synthwave style song. This lead melody here is pretty good, but I think if we could relax it just a little bit more, it'll add that much more emotional potential to the melody. So all I'm gonna do is just get rid of some of these notes. So that's one way we can run this melody, but when I'm making melodies, I like to make a couple options so that when my ears relax, I can come back and choose the better one. If I was making a song like this, I'd probably do a melody like this. So here's the melody I would use if I made this song. Isn't this fun? Now here's his original melody and bass before the fixes. Now back to his melody and bass with the fixes. keep moving here. I'm going to move on to these chords here. Here's the chords. If we play it with the melody, the problem with these chords is that, one, they're not actually chords, and two, they're completely independent of the bass and the melody. When you have a melodic bass line, which is what we have here, your chords can only be based on the bass line. The only time you can have chords that are independent of the bass line is if you had a static bass line based on the tonic. In that case, your chords could do whatever you want them to do as long as they harmonize well with the melody. But back to our case, we have a melodic bass line, which means it moves around and adds harmony to the melody. So our chords can only be an A, F, or G. I'm going to take these bass notes, get rid of his notes here. I'm going to start building my chords based on these notes. I'm going to open up X for Serum and make a simpler sound for these chords just to, get in it. That'll work perfect. So here's our bass notes, which now become the root notes of the chords. To construct chords, we have our root note. And then we'll add our fifth to each chord, which are 7 semitones or 7 notes up the piano roll. Next, we'll add our thirds. Once you have your chords in basic form, you play them. And we can hear that naturally these chords sit too low on the piano roll, so we have a bunch of choices to make them sound better. We can move them up an octave, which sounds good, but I don't want to do that. I could get a bigger sound if I leave some notes low, like the bass notes, and then take the thirds and put them up an octave. We get a more spread out sound. And then you know me, I have to absolutely butcher chords to love them. So I'm going to add a pedal tone up here. And now we'll see what they sound like with our melody. I can listen to this all day. These two notes kind of fight with the melody a little bit, so I'm just going to empty the chords, get rid of them. And then we can check the chords with his melody as well. Now here's the original chords for comparison. And now back to the new chords. This chord sound doesn't strike me as 80s. So to add some more 80s to it, we want to add another voice of unison with this oscillator B here. Then what we could do is we could take this oscillator and slightly detune it. Then I'm going to take this envelope 2 here and close it up, pull this sustain down. Then we can pan this oscillator to the right and this first oscillator to the left. And we get a nice wide chord sound. It's a little bit more 80s inspired. Couple more things. We can go into this bass here, which by default is in mono. We can take this voices knob here in Arturia Pigments and add some width to it. Anybody who says you can't have a wide bass, just don't listen to them. They're not musical. It's cool, but it could be better. I have one more thing I want to add to this that I think would make it striking. This is like the most 80s thing you can add to any song. Make a new instance of X for Serum or any synth of your choice and just turn the filter on. And I'm just going to make a chord on the tonic. But instead of just leaving it a triad, we're going to add a seventh. Isn't that awesome? Check this out. To make this like super 80s, we can go to this unison knob and just add a couple voices. And then we can go to the effects, and in the 80s, they use a lot of phasers and flangers and stuff like that. Let's go up one more octave. It sounds like a sound you would have heard in like a PS1 game. And this is a sound you just put there and leave it. Or you filter it. This is Wave. That was so much fun. What a good project to work on. Rock and roll. Well, that was a video for you. I hope you enjoyed it. If you would like me to train you one-on-one to reach your maximum potential as a music producer, I have a link at the top of the description below to my one-on-one coaching program. For access to my courses and Discord community where you can send me your songs for feedback and ask me any question you would like, I have a link to those resources in the description below as well. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next video lesson.